I feel like that look, the puffy bag with the chain, is gonna look dated in 20 years. Sometimes I like a big logo smack in the middle of the bag, but a lot of the times I don't like it. But there are some bags that, like, yeah, it kind of is connected to an era. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. Today I came up with the idea of thinking about what bags define the 2020s. So over the last few decades, I feel like brands keep referencing bags from like 20 years ago, like 30 years ago. And it makes me feel like what are the bags that are like gonna be looked at in 20 years and we're gonna think, oh, I really like miss that bag, or we have nostalgic feelings towards the bags. And what are the bags that we see everybody wearing and that really are a part of like this time in 2020, which I feel like are gonna look dated in 20 years? I really started to think about this because if you think about the early 2000s or whatever, you know, you think of maybe the saddle bag or the Fendi baguette or something like that. Then you go into the 2010s and you think of like the Givenchy Antigona, maybe Celine luggage. But what do you think of when you think of 2020s, guys? Well, I'm going to list a few bags today that I think define the 2020s. And of course, we're only in 2024. So the next few years we'll probably see more defining era bags come out, but let me know what you think of my list today. So the first bag is the Uniqlo Crescent Moon bag, which I actually have this bag. Wait, with these Uniqlo bags, I see people wearing these everywhere, and I really feel like we'll look back in like 20 years and be like, wow, Uniqlo was like really popular, because I don't know, I feel like Uniqlo bags were never really a thing 10 years ago. Like, don't you reckon, guys? But now it's all about these bags. You know, you even see brands like The Row do a similar shape, or La Mer with their little croissant bag. But I really feel like the Uniqlo one is the one everyone is wearing. And I feel like it's just like an it bag of this 10 years. And I don't really see the trend going anywhere anytime soon. Also, I guess it kind of falls into the same category as like the Lululemon belt bag. I really want to get that bag, but then I'm also like thinking I should just stick to the Uniqlo one because, yeah, I don't know. But the Lululemon one is really cute, especially in the fluffy version. And I see people wearing the Lululemon bag like quite often, and it's just so much more affordable than buying like a designer bum bag. And Lululemon in general, I think as a brand, it's very much 2020 as well. So I know that Uniqlo is not a designer brand, but still I just think it is just a very defining bag of this time. The Celine Triomphe, I say the Celine Triomphe because if you think of the 2010s, it's more the Phoebe Philo era. And the Celine Triomphe, that logo, although it's referencing a really old logo, I think from their archives, it never became as popularized until the 2020s. And definitely I know I've seen a lot of celebrities with the Triomphe bag, the little flat bag. And although it has a similar shape to like the Celine box, that logo in particular, I think really went viral, and you see it on belts, you see it on shoes. I think I don't have many Celine Triomphe things. I just have these clogs which have the Celine Triomphe logo, which I never wear these. So yeah, but that's just what the Celine Triomphe logo looks like. I do really like the Celine Triomphe bag, but I haven't bought it because, well, one, I usually like to stick to Hermes, and two, I just feel like it's a bag that's gonna date in 10 years. But then again, like, you know, you should live for the moment. It's a really cool bag for the 2020s. So yeah, let me know if you have the Celine Triomphe bag. I do think it is a very it bag of the now. The Chanel 22 bag. This whole like trash bag look, you know, you see a lot of brands doing it, even the squeeze bag from Loewe, or I don't know what else. You know, Saint Laurent did a teddy bag a few years back before the Chanel 22, and that one really wasn't that popular. So I don't understand how the Chanel 22 became so popular. I think probably because it's Chanel. But yeah, the Saint Laurent teddy bag was done like pre-2020. Yeah, so anyways, but the Chanel 22, I think, is the bag that really stood out. Maybe it's just like the texture of the leathers they do, the fancy different variations, And I think it really does work with the whole like Lululemon trend as well, like wearing active wear and then wearing a really casual slouchy bag as opposed to like a classic flap or something that is a bit more elevated. So I do think that people in the 2020s are very casual, they're sporty, they're not as like glamorous as like I suppose like the 1950s or something. It's very like chill, and I think the bags that I can think of from this era are all kind of like that, to be honest. The Marc Jacobs tote bag, although this is contemporary again, I just see so many people wearing this bag. I know it says like the tote bag on it, and to be honest, I'm not like a huge fan of this bag just because I don't know, I guess it's okay, but it's just like, yeah, I don't know, it's not my favorite, but I see it being very practical, and I do like how it comes out in all these cool variations. I think there's like a new one in denim, which looks quite cool. I spoke about the other day one in like a pink glitter, so you can definitely get one if you have like a fun personality. You don't have to go for the neutral colors, you can go for a funky one. And Marc Jacobs is a designer that I know a lot of people fell in love with, you know, when they started getting out in fashion. If you're in your 30s, 40s, maybe in your early 20s or whenever you started buying Marc Jacobs bags. So it's a brand that I think a lot of people have a lot of nostalgic connection to as well. The Bottega cassette bag, I don't know guys, because I feel like this had like a real boom like a few years ago, right? Like 2019 to like 2021. So it was like it had like a 2-year boom. And I don't know if this is a bag we're going to remember in like 20 years, but let me know, guys. Do you think we're going to remember the Daniel Lee era of Bottega? Because it had a real moment for a while, and now it's kind of like dived a little bit. I know that there's like the Andiamo bag a lot of people are talking about, and like the Hop bag, but a lot of people as well are just buying pre-loved Bottega, like vintage. So yeah, I guess Bottega, it's one of those brands that kind of falls under the radar. And I don't know if it really belongs to an era, actually, now thinking about it, especially that weave. It's very timeless. So yeah, I think Bottega is one of those brands that like falls in and out of popularity very rapidly. But yeah, I thought Bottega cassette was very like 2020s era, but I think it's because it's the puffy quilting and that oversized chain. Similar to like the Chanel 19 or something. I feel like that look, the puffy bag with the chain, is gonna look dated in 20 years, but yeah, let me know what you think. Similarly, the Cousin bag from Louis Vuitton, it's that same like puff vibe with the chunky chain. Yeah, that is just like a style that I think is a 10-year trend. And the Cousin bag, it is not cheap. When it first came out, it was a better price point. Now it's gone up quite significantly in price. I have heard that it's a really handy bag. I personally actually like the bag. I think it could be a cool like sporty bag. I like how it can be versatile and you can dress it up as well. It's just like not something I would buy, but I think it is a nice bag. And I do like that chunky hardware on it and how you can kind of wear it as a necklace and all that. The Loro Piana pochette bag, that was really taking over my Instagram like last year. I don't know if this is a bag that is going to be remembered in 20 years. I know it's quite a classic bag as well. Loro Piana is not a brand that I really know much about, to be honest. I just know it's an Italian brand that is very much renowned for their cashmere and, you know, exquisite materials, and they make the best t-shirts ever that are like $2,000. Loro Piana, again, it's like one of those classic brands. It kind of, maybe it's similar to Bottega, like it kind of comes in and out of popularity and then people forget about it. I'm not too sure. The Coach Tabby bag, I've seen so many people lately talking about the Coach Tabby bag, and Coach is a brand that is really coming to the forefront of popularity now, I think because of all the other brands like Chanel, Louis Vuitton going up so much in price, and people are sick of the quality that is being delivered from these brands compared to the price point. And Coach is a brand, quality, I wouldn't say from Coach is like the best, but it is reasonable for how much you pay. And so a lot of people are looking to Coach because they want a bag that's durable, that they can wear every day, but they maybe also want something that's trendy and fun. And the Coach Tabby does offer all those things. It's got a bit of a logo there. I don't really like it, like, my honest opinion, guys, I don't really like the bag only because it just, to me, looks like Gucci Marmot, but with the Coach logo on it. And I don't really like the C logo, but yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm very divided. Sometimes I like a big logo smack in the middle of the bag, but a lot of the times I don't like it. Like, for example, I have a love-hate relationship with like the Hermes Constance bag. Sometimes I'm like really into it, and then sometimes I think it's actually really ugly. Not ugly, it's just very obnoxious that, I don't know, I just don't like a logo smack. I just think it's a bit, like, I know this kind of random, but I just thought of this. There's a brand called Fluron, and they do a similar kind of bag to the Constance, and it has a flower. I think that is so pretty. Like, can't they think of like a motif or something that is like not a letter? Like, I like the Fluron bag because it has like the flower, and it's so pretty, instead of like an F in the middle. Anyways, I think I would like the Coach Tabby bag if it was like a flower in the middle than a C. And actually, I think Coach do bags with a flower in the middle now, thinking of it. Anyways, okay, the Coach Tabby bag, it comes in like denim. I've noticed recently, lambskin, so many colors, and it's become really popular lately. It's kind of a cross between a Gucci Marmot and a Chanel Classic Flap, though, to me. Telfar bags. I really don't know if Telfar bags are going to be a thing in 20 years, but I do see that they're dropping colors all the time. I just checked my email and they're dropping this, like, iridescent blue color, which is really pretty. I have a few Telfar bags myself. I have the mini one and I have a pink medium one, and it did cross my mind that I haven't worn these in like a good 6 months. It's a cute like shopping bag for if you just want to go out to brunch or something, but yeah, Telfar, it's a brand that was very popular, especially last year. I think there were more people talking about it. Less people are talking about it now, but I still think it's yeah, a very it bag of the now. Mini Lindy from Hermes. I feel like I see so many people wearing this in the shopping center, the Mini Lindy, and it's not a bag that is like a classic because it just came out, I think it came out in like 2020 or so. And, you know, usually we would see the Lindy in this size, a 26 or bigger. And the crossbody version is a relatively new design. And I know it's a popular bag now, but I don't know if it's going to be a popular bag in like 10 years. Like, I feel like maybe Hermes will evolve and like create some other cool styles that may become viral. I know that Mini Kelly, I feel like Mini Kelly is a little bit more classic because it's a Kelly or something like that. But Mini Lindy, I don't know if this will be a thing in 10 years, to be honest. I don't know if this was just like a hype bag of the now. I will still be wearing mine in 10 years because, yeah, I'm never going to sell this, because I say that because I got this from the store and it's black and I just, yeah, I feel a little bit emotionally attached to it, so I'm not going to ever let this go. So I'll be still wearing it in 10 years, but I do feel like it might look dated in 10 years, but I'm not too sure. Let me know what you think of the Mini Lindy as well. Finally, the YSL Icar bag. This is a bag that, yeah, it started the whole hobo bag trend again. It is a little bit of a throwback design now that I think of it. But I think it does work as well with like casual outfits and even like activewear in a way. And it's just like a big oversized tote, which is very of the now. People are very casual and, you know, carefree, as I've been saying. So yeah, I feel like this is a bag that may not be looked at, like, especially that YSL logo. I don't know, I guess it's a classic logo, but I don't know if people are getting sick of it yet. Anyways, let me know what you think of bags that define the 2020s. Will we look back and think, oh, you know, that's a bit of a throwback vibe? Because I'm not saying that throwback vibe is bad, but when something looks throwback, it triggers that memory of that time. And it's not something like, for example, a Speedy. I feel like that's not a throwback vibe. That's just a bag that's always like around, or like a Kelly. Like, it's not a throwback bag, but there are some bags that, like, yeah, it kind of is connected to an era. So anyways, thanks for watching my video today. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!